from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Let her ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit it to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel bent from the bip. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's capped. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror. Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in the reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on the necklace, bitch.
Let's go. Welcome back, G's. Haha. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you guys again. The final day of what? The final day of the week, right? Not our best week, let's be honest, during the New York session. Not our best week so far. 1 win, 2 losses. Not our best week. However, I'm just a man that likes to trade. Help you guys out on a day-to-day basis here. Welcome to the live streams. If you don't know me, my name is Lorenzo Crowdo. It's a pleasure to have you here. Let's make sure that I have my perfect tune on. Ooh, that's better. Much better. Let's get it going, man. Let's end the week strong. It's very important. We're going to go over a couple things here in a second as well. All right, we also did a new deposit on a new account. We have our main account. We have now deposited our money on our new account. Was thinking about our challenge as well on the side. All right, our 10 to 100k, starting with a 10k challenge, something like that. Anyways, couple things to discuss here. Most importantly, let's get back to gold here. Okay, and let's talk about our plan. The man with the plan is here back as always throughout the whole journey. Okay, if you're new, make sure you download the ebook, know exactly what we're doing here, what we're up to. Very important. It's free. You can get it by clicking on the link in the description. We have some news today, fam. We have a couple of things that is coming up after the New York Stock Exchange opens. So I think the bigger moves of today can happen a little bit later. So it might be wise to be a little bit patient also for price to develop a little bit. Not be in a rush, especially because of the news, the New York Stock Exchange open, and the fact that it's Friday. All right, Friday could lead into a little bit of a lagging period where most of the moves could happen a little bit later. We have seen this many times before as well here. Okay, so yes, sir. Let me see what we have in the building with us. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support, regardless. Man, got still a lot of messages, beautiful messages as well. So that's incredible. Okay. Yeah, Lorenzo, you can win 12 times in a row and then you lose 2 trades and you're the worst trader. Man, if you can't handle that, then you should not be in this game. You should not be on YouTube. You should just not. You can better stop. You can better stop this YouTube game if that's something to be really worried about, right? Let me see what we have here in the chat. If the G's are back, I think so. Cash Party, yes sir, welcome. San, Mike, Ronit, Mondo, my man, thank you for being here as always. Maria Gonzalez, shout out to you. Crockett, Croquetto Baggio, okay, okay. Ijaman Sifat, welcome. Yes, sir. Freezax, Darko, good to see you. Alexandru, Jonathan, Advald, yes, sir. Facts, mine. All right. See some new people still. Still some new people as well here. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. John Sparks, incredible. Love the support, man. Appreciate it, bro. Okay. Let's get to work. Let's get back to work. All right. There we go. Hey. Yeah, so number one, of course, yesterday, you know what happened, right? We went short. We had this 4-hour zone here. We went short. Eventually price pushed up super aggressively here. Was no follow through from that initial yield. The yield broke out. It had no follow through. It turned around. It failed. It turned around. Price shoot up. Okay. We were like, okay, should we scale into our position short? Yes or no? It's good that we didn't do that. Okay. So even though we managed still to keep it in our risk parameters, that's the most important part. So, you know, at least we know what we lose. And, you know, it felt actually perfectly within our balance. Okay. The only unfortunate thing is that now we have 2 losses, right? And what happened is we started to increase our risk. So bye-bye profits when it happens, right? The worst thing is that you start increasing your risk and you start losing money or you start losing trades. So anyways, this is all part of the game here. We understand that we always collect the information and data now first. And then we have a long-term vision, okay? And that means that we just start out with, you know, 1% per trade, 2% per trade. Now we're at 4 to 5% per trade, right? And we're gonna scale it up to like maybe 7 or 8. And I said before, I need to experience somewhat of a losing streak as well. So I know what the kind of the worst case scenario is gonna be. So I don't wreck and blow my account. That's practically the rule. So again, everything is still fine. This is still reasonable. 4% is perfectly fine to work with, at least. Okay. So yes, man, very important. No scaling until the next 50 to 75 trades, at least. So we have to stay within our parameters here, at least for our main account right now. All right, for the New York session. So with that said, let's talk about gold. And let's talk about a couple things here, man. So number one, we have now creating that new trend upwards. Of course, we're looking very strong. We are potentially slowing down here. We have not tapped into any of our key levels yet. We're very close though. So that's interesting. We have now the top of this range. And we have to understand that the top of this range is definitely not where I want to long into. Okay, anything above that, maybe. Okay, anything above that zone could lead into that continuation play for me. Okay, above this high particularly. We all know that the weekly is bullish now. The daily is still bullish now, right? So that's practically clear. Okay, but most importantly, the internal high that created that massive expansion down, right? We're now tapping into that top swing point. So anything above it, I would say, yeah, go long here. Maybe if you come back down and you retrace back to any one of our key levels below, maybe go long there, right? But take in consideration that longing now and then longing into that level, I think might be a little bit also on the risky side still. After that massive expansion yesterday, we have seen what happened on a Friday many times before after the Thursday goes up. You know, based upon that here, still a little bit cautious with longing right now, unless we break above these highs and retest these highs, or at least have a significant closure above the 2372. That will give me the confidence that we might be looking for that continuation play towards the top of that range here, right? The 2380 something. But anything right now, like leaning into it, looking for longs, is in my opinion still way too risky. So either price has to come down for longs and looking for a particular move to the upside. And it has to come back towards the 2254. Or price has to break above it, all right? Any cases of shorts, price needs to tap into it and need to show us this very significant entry model in combination with the support that we will potentially have on the 10-year yield. However, the 10-year yield looks weak. This is that main level of support for the yield. If you start breaking below it, easy longs for gold again. If you start holding, right, and you start closing semi-bullish or whatever into this initial range, yeah, then gold might be indeed, you know, overbought a little bit. So I recommend, in my opinion, to be a little bit more patient for now at least. This is what I'm going to do for a couple things to come out here. And let's see how gold price develops at this particular moment. And, you know, give it a go because we're going to have a lot of news and we're going to have the New York Stock Exchange open up as well. All right. Hope that makes sense. In the meantime, let's see how we develop around this zone right now. And what will happen around the 2370 if we don't push down already. Okay, something like that. Let's see, Lorenzo, I think LTA works perfectly fine using it in combination with ICT. yeah, there are a lot of the ways you can work with it. Like there are a lot of hybrids you can look into. You know, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, but losing is much more lessened than when profiting. Yeah, especially if you increase the risk, right? If you have a fixed risk, it should not really be a problem. But if we have the approach that after every 50 trades we increase our risk until we have and come to our conclusion in regards to our fixed risk, like our final risk, which is going to be at a certain number. I cannot tell you exactly what this number is going to be, but from then it will be a fixed risk, and then it will give us everything that we need. So it's just a build-up phase to find where our sweet spot is at. So yeah, we're getting close though. We're getting closer to that. For me, it works fine. Best in combination with trend lines. I agree. I think that will help tremendously. A combination of that in combination with your levels, right? Definitely makes sense. Is Vantage available for Germany? It should be. Yeah, it should be. I don't know which countries allow it and which countries don't, to be really honest with you. I wish I knew, but I don't. I don't know. I think it should be most of the countries except for the United States. Because they have their own regulations. Yeah, anything else should be good, I believe. That's what I think. Yeah. Anyways, you're gonna like it. If you, it depends how much money you trade with also, right? If it's available in the Czech Republic, it should be available in Germany. Yeah, I agree. I think it's probably available in Germany, for sure. Maybe some, countries in Asia. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. It should be good. It should be good. Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. What are your thoughts on sales? I'm not a big fan yet, and I'll unless the yield gives us somewhat of a confirmation here. But I'm not a big fan for it yet. I don't see the impulse yet, the volume yet. So I'm gonna be a bit patient here, waiting for the volume to come in. And yeah, then we can see. If this is worth a potential sell here. But I think we're holding up still way too strong right now. And we have still this whole range that we're now retesting. So yeah, unless we come in here and we get rejected there, then I think there is a chance. Of course, if you start breaking above, continuation. And if you come back towards the 20 to 50, potentially also continuation or potential reversal again back up. If you start breaking below the previous daily value high, yeah, I think we're going to come back to the range here. So yeah, there are a couple of solutions here, but I think gold is still holding up quite strong. I said after that massive expansion yesterday, after that massive break, I said, okay, now this is clearly extremely bullish, right? Invalidated. So we said, only looking for buys above that key level, the 20 to 48, and sells below it. The best confirmation for sells would have been, and this is important reflection point as well, below the Sunday open again. At the time yesterday. So we went in quite aggressively, and that screwed us. So the better move was below the Sunday open, if that would have been the case here. And that's just a reflection point to take consideration. Jonas says Vantage is not recognized in Malaysia. Okay. I don't know. It's weird because Indonesia is working. So I don't know why that is. Why Malaysia is different than Indonesia. Yeah. For sure. Is your wife Indonesian? No. I don't have a wife yet. At least. No wife yet. No. Hey. I'm from Poland and Vantage works for me. No wife, no. I have a Russian girlfriend though, if you want to know. I have a beautiful Russian girlfriend. Lorenzo doesn't have a wife yet. So 8 spread on FX Pro with 0.16 commission or 19 spread with no commission. That's insane. That's insane. I would not be on that platform. That's really bad. I don't know. You're talking about gold, right? That's pretty bad. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah. Moa says, Lorenzo, so far this is my best trading day since joining LTA. I want to finish this week with a big bang. Amazing, man. If this is your best week, then don't be too overconfident. Alright? Unless you just follow your rules, of course. Which I know you do, my friend, because I know your input in the VIP. Man, yeah. Just keep it chill. Keep it chill. Keep it chill. Keep it chill. Yeah. We're gonna do a bunch of revenge trading today. No. Your views on funded accounts and phases? Yeah, I think it's great. I think, you know, if you start out and you can make it happen, you can make it happen. I've seen a lot of guys being extremely successful with the swings as well, the higher time frame. The FTMO provides you with that support, right? These swing accounts. I heard a lot of good stories about that. Taking the long-term approach for accounts and building up your capital instead of the quick, trying to pass your challenge quick. That usually results into wrecking yourself. I've seen it a lot. I've seen a lot. Impatience. That's the thing with challenges, right? You know it's demo, you know it's a challenge, so you want to get it over with as soon as possible. You want to be funded as quickly as you can. And then it starts taking too long and you're like, ah, fuck it. All in. Boom wash. We'll recognize that. Yeah. Lorenzo, have you thought about selling your AP to cover up your losses? No, I have not thought about that yet. I have not thought about that yet. That is not going to happen. What is the analysis? Waiting for price to get either to 2370 or come down. And if the volume comes in after the 4-hour closure, which could happen, yeah, then make a decision. But just look at the 4-hour, right? This is my main thing right now. Look at the 4-hour. Look at what's happening in the 4-hour. I think this is super indecisive right now. So more than yesterday even. So I think that we need to get to our key levels first. Pretty straightforward now. Sometimes we have to zoom out a little bit and come to a conclusion. Yeah. Hi Corrado, bye. Kai, Halchal, hi. Love from India. Thank you, man. Ankur. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop into the gap, maybe, but we're getting butt up. And we don't have a top wick either on this 30-minute candle. So, you know, these are all important layers to take in consideration, man. Yeah, no, let's get to our kilos first. Very indecisive from the 4-hour. Buyers and sellers stepping in here, okay? Just so you know. Yeah. Already question. Has anyone set a trade and forgot to set a stop loss, but then you came back hours and it hit your TP? I mean, I had this before. I definitely experienced this before. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. Yeah. No doubt in my mind that I experienced that before. However, that's not a TP I would like to celebrate at all. I'm not going to be happy, oh, thank God it hit my TP. Well, maybe I'm going to say that, but I'm at least not going to be happy that I didn't put a stop loss. I would be very upset if I would forget my stop loss and price would still go in my favor. Because it could have easily be the other way around. Yeah. Yeah. Easily. How bad is trading before the PMI? I think the major volume will come in much later today. So, yeah. I definitely think that that's something to take in consideration. Well, not that much later. I mean, we have the 4-hour closure in like 20 minutes. And then I think in the New York Stock Exchange Open, we have the rest. So... why do you stop loss in a buy if price always be bullish for long term? Because if you don't put a stop loss in price reverses, you're in a bunch of shit, man. Unless you have a really small account and you're just, you know, you don't care if you lose your whole account. You know what I mean? That's the key difference, of course. What's the best trade setup for today. Well, I want to see what happens here into this level, number one. Once we go there, I think we're going to see the yield being back at that support. And that's one layer, which I think is kind of important to take consideration. Which is kind of this zone. Secondary, if gold tanks, right, then it takes out the London lows, right, manipulates the London lows. And then you know, also I'm looking for long setups here. So you know, if I'm looking for a short here, let's say, into this zone, right, one more time take out highs and looking for continuation down, then I need to see confirmation around the 2370. If we don't get the confirmation, price shoots through it, then I'm looking for longs above the 2372. Yeah, gold so far holding up. Yeah, it's holding up though, right? Have you gone through a stage when you are tired of trading in general and don't want to open a deal every day? No, man. To be honest, I really love this. I really love this. I just if I could trade, I don't trade every day, but if I could trade every day, I would. I would definitely do that. But no, I love this, man. There has not been a single day, I believe, in the last 4 years where I didn't look at a candlestick chart. Doesn't matter if I was on a holiday, if I was traveling, if I was just at home. There's not a single day that I haven't looked at the chart. So yeah, man, it's just so engraved in what I do right now that it's just, you know, it just becomes like, you know, waking up, oh, chart, like second nature, right? So I just really love trading. You know, it's kind of like my video game for adults, or at least adults. You get the point. You get the point. You know? Yeah. I just love the understanding of it, and the more I learn, the more I gain. And the main focus right now is, of course, day trading. Of course, later on, I'm going to be much more focused on swing trading, right? And I'm going to be much deeper invested in the fundamental side of things, the macro fundamental side of things, the, you know, the external drivers of the market. I'm going to be much more focused on just the understanding of the macro global economy, and trying to become much more of a macro analyst than just a day trader. But I believe that with what I'm doing now, it's like going to university still, right? Studying for like a doctor, right? Studying for 6, 7, 8 years to become a doctor. For me personally, I feel that I'm like, you know, also like 5 years, 6 years now serious in like going into it. So couple years to go, you know, and create more perspective, and then just, you know, utilize my, you know, my current knowledge or my knowledge then, and then do the other stuff and just increase my span. So it's a 20-year plan, right? It's kind of like something that never stops and can only get better based on the perspective you gain. And the thing about trading is, and investing, there's always something new to learn. And there are always new trends to take in consideration. And that's what makes it so fun, is that it practically never ends. So yeah. So for me, that's just a big deal, man. You know, it's just a big deal. Yeah. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah. By the way, I found out that the doctors are very poor. Well, they provide you with an incredible job. Without them, we would have been screwed. So yeah, they should get paid more. Even more than what they're currently getting paid, for sure. That's my opinion. But the thing about being a doctor is that you can specialize. And you can specialize and you can specialize. And some doctors don't want that, right? But there are ways where you can specialize and become an even better doctor, right? In whatever you are doing. So that all has to do with your input. Same as in trading. Same as in trading. I don't think doctors are poor, by the way. I think they're getting paid very well. But yeah, with the inflation and stuff right now, of course, I get your point. Yeah. Same thing as the teachers in our school, man. I think that's one of the lowest paid jobs right now. Currently being a teacher on high school, or being a teacher on elementary school or the primary school, right? That's insanity to me. Insanity to me. Of course, these teachers will have zero energy and like passion for what to do, except for a few, right? It's just you know, this is the you know, the system where we are in right now, right? We have to kind of accept that. Again, public teachers, of course, yeah. And you know how hard it is to be a good teacher, like sharing the passion, managing a bunch of kids, you know, in this day and age, it's terrible. I mean, that's what I think, you know. Or maybe it's not terrible, but at least it's like, it's pretty bad. It's like, it's a hard job. It's a hard job. So anyways, the conclusion is, the world is upside down right now at the moment. Nothing makes sense anymore. Everything is old, is outdated. So we have to look for new ways to make money and to become specialized in something. And you guys are here for a reason. You guys are here to learn how to trade. Where you're gonna see the good, you're gonna see the bad, and you're gonna see the ugly. But that's it. You come here to learn. And, you know, taking power and controlling your own hands. Because that's what we have to do now. Like, the world is not looking that fancy. So we have to step our game, and we can cry about it. Or we step up our game and we decide, you know what? I'm going to change my life around my way. These are the options I have. I have an internet connection. Okay, fantastic. 1 + 2 is 3. Live or funded account, which one is the best? I see a lot of guys, and this is what I've noticed, that a lot of guys are successful with a live account, but they blow up their funded account. Why do you guys think that is? I would love to hear that. Why do you guys that is? It's weird, right? Because it's like a funded account, and then their own private account is profitable. How is it possible? I think it's risk management for sure, man. More margin, right? Much more money to trade with. And they start seeing the dollar signs. And you're like, oh man, wow. If I make this amount of money on this account right now, I will make, you know, I'm gonna make this much more than I usually make on my own account. So it's just a mental thing, man. That's what I believe. Yeah. So let's get back to trading. Like what are we looking at? Well, the number one is the previous daily value high, has not been tested yet. So if you look at the whole yesterday's range and we draw the volume, this is a very important level. The 2254 is going to be very, very important. Very important. So because we have so much more volume coming later on today, I think the best trade will come later on today, potentially. So yeah, you have of course the fixed value low and the POC here, which is the top of the range, right? And trying to long, like right now, to buy gold now into that level, into the top of that swing, is in my opinion a little bit on the riskier side. So I think we have to come down slightly more to look for that reversal play potentially, which is just a continuation play eventually. But then again, you know, potentially looking for that continuation. And at least look for our entry models around it, around our key level here. And then we decide from there what to do. I think most volume will come after this 4-hour closure, like 30 minutes, and then the news, and then all that stuff here. So the bigger move will come later on today. Yeah, 30 minute, no, a very weak topic as well here. So yeah, man, be cautious here. Four-hour looks better. Not gonna lie, 4-hour looks much better. So this closure is gonna be interesting. What's the best way to learn trading and gold? The best way is to just do it. And, you know, understand a couple components. The risk management is important, right? That you don't wreck your whole account, that you can afford losses because they're gonna come. So you're gonna make sure that you have, you know, prepared for that. And that you track it, man. That you just track everything you do. It doesn't matter if it's from like, you know, your spreadsheet, or if it's something like from this whole year, right? You track everything from the whole year itself. From like the 1st of January to the 22nd of June, right? It doesn't really matter what you do or how you track it. It's just, as long as you track what you do, it's super important. And based upon that, then I highly recommend you to follow at least one strategy. And stick with it for a while, because if you start mixing up your strategies, you don't know what your actual result is gonna be, because you have nothing tangible to work with. So when you combine these things, then you should be fine, man. Yeah. So just track it, and work with it. Ida says, first profitable month since I started trading thanks to LTA. It's incredible to see, man. Also, the win section in our community has been absolutely on fire. The streams as well internally on fire. I'm very happy with that. And then most importantly, the explanation of a trade, right? You can say, okay, I have a winning trade, but that doesn't mean anything. So the explanation of a trade is where I get very excited, okay? Because I can see the entry model, I can see the reason for the trade, and then I can see, okay, that makes sense. Or, you know, might have some work to do, but overall, you know, that's what happens, man. A lot of guys trade a lot of different pairs, a lot of different things, not just gold. And they trade different sessions, and they kill it. So I'm very happy. I've never had more results in the last 8 weeks than we had in the year before that, the whole year. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Scalp buy right now, very strong buy. I would be cautious with that myself personally. That's what I would say. We are less disciplined with live accounts. Yeah, that's funny how it works, right? So you're less disciplined with live accounts, but you make money. Whereas with prop firms, you lose it. Well, I'm not sure if that's actually true. Maybe you're less disciplined, but I think with the prop firms, I think it's just a psychological layer that really affects you. Like very hard. All right, so we have 4-hour closure, fam. 4-hour closure right now at the moment, so pay very close attention to the next step. But the most important part will be later on, a little bit later, because 3 news events plus the New York Stock Exchange open here, plus Friday, becoming Friday. Says I've been trading for 6 months. I have multiple demo accounts where I keep backtesting and learning. I started LTA 1 month ago and I'm slowly making profits on my live account. Amazing, bro. Yeah, be careful with your risk at the beginning and then later on scale it. Scale it. Why is the New York Stock Exchange open important? Volume. Access to new volume. Okay. A lot more volume. Yeah. Yo, Lorenzo, can you explain that previous daily value area high at 2353.8? Isn't that the previous daily value area low? Now, anything above here is the previous daily value area high. Alright, so this is the high of the range, right? This is the yesterday. So previous daily value high is always above. Alright? Unless it's the other way around. So unless you're looking at this and you start coming into it. Alright, or you start coming down. The previous daily very high comes first. Previous daily PVC is below, and then the previous daily very low is below that. Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to see how we react here. That I think this is gonna give us the best confirmation, either down or up. It depends on the confirmation. So that's what I'm the most interested at now. And I know that we have the news. I know we have a couple events coming. So it's usually where the bigger move will occur. So eventually, yesterday's entry model 1 would have been the best trade, the consistent trade here. This was before New York, but that would have by far gave us the best confirmation. Most likely, the majority of profits, you know, supposed to be taken out around there, and then leave the rest running. So yeah, that would have been before the New York, when you reclaimed the Sunday open, you put it into support right there. You know, that was an interesting reaction. If you guys can see the entry model 1, let me know if you can see it. Well, that's around there. You then take the majority of profits out regardless, because price could reverse down. And then you leave the rest running from there onwards, eventually, if you continue to drive further. So that was very, very clear. And that happened at, that entry happened around, yeah, around 5:30, so early, quite early. Why do yen pairs always sell on Friday? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. If the yen always retraces back up on a Friday. Because right now, the yen is coming down. Still. So that should cause a spike in GJ, potentially a little bit. There we go. So I'm not that sure about coming down. We're actually creating pretty obvious formation. Of course, this is still a lot of resistance, but yeah, I don't know. I don't see it this way for now. I think the yen is still trending up quite strong. EU is approaching the Sunday open. Yeah, we can check that real quick while we wait for gold. If you guys, because I know we're a lot of Forex traders in our community as well. Yeah, it's coming back indeed. Yeah, we're heading closer back to the Sunday open. So what happened was we opened bullish. Tuesday was the high of the week. Thursday was short-term support, bounced. Today was a massive retracement below, and now we're kind of trying to reclaim the throne. And I think the dollar is, yeah, it's slowing down, right? Dollar is still slowing down. Will not really affect gold in my opinion. I think the yield is what matters. But for the Eur Usd, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you can have a look at it, but again, this could reclaim again, break below, and then just come back up straight away after it's taken out the lows here. Didn't take out the previous weekly low, so did not do that. But overall, we're still trending down, right? So that's definitely something to take into consideration. We're still creating these lows. And we were talking about EU, I remember here, I still believe that there is more downside potential. We have been creating lows constantly. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Also internally, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're now at an interesting spot. But the dollar seems to slow down, so I would double confirm it with the dollar and the euro when price is back at the Sunday open. So I would definitely wait for price to retrace into it, and then wait for your confirmations there on both sides. So what I think is happening here, because you have like a clear profit target that you need to have, right? And you can only lose this amount, that a lot of traders you know, let's say the first month goes by and they haven't passed their account yet. They have unlimited time because every prop from right now is practically unlimited, unless you wanna go to his two-phase. What tends to happen a lot is that after 1 month, they're still not there. They don't have their profit target yet, or they get to the profit target almost, and then they fall back down again. And they start hovering between, you know, profit and losses, but overall staying in profit overall. So their balance is always above zero, right? P&L wise. And realized gains, they're always in profit. The problem is that they start hovering in between the profit target and their balance. And then at some point they're like, you know, I am in profit already. Fuck it. I can just place a bigger trade. And then bye-bye. Right? So I get it completely. I think that that's something that people, you know, a lot of traders experience and you know, go through. And you have to kind of accept that. You have to really accept that. So yeah. Now I like to work with smaller accounts as well. Over the whole year, it just gives me, you know, a lot of things, and I like to trade a lot of different things. I like to trade futures. I like to trade, of course, with you guys, the New York session. There is always something good. And I'm always trying to look at multiple things. I have like a swing trade portfolio. It's not too big. It's not like a big portfolio or something. But you know, I just try to do a lot of things. I like to test a lot of stuff. Endless testing as well. And with prop firms, yeah, you have to just be a little bit more patient and just give yourself time. Give yourself the time. And if it takes more than a month, then it is what it is, man. Just, you know, don't ruin your challenge by risking more and screwing your account and starting over again. The thing is, why don't you share your trading screen instead? Analyzes screen of trading view, because the followers will take enter when you take and exit when you exit. We always enter when you always see me entering a trade. Like I always show my P&L. I'm not just placing this, right? I'm not just placing alarm. And I say, okay guys, I'm in now. Good luck. Right? I'm not in, by the way, but you know what I mean. So you always see my account for sure. Yeah, it's important though. Can LTA and SMC be used together? I think yeah. Well, sometimes it counters each other, so you need to just be aware of both, to be honest. Because sometimes we trade what we call the SMC trap. At least that's how we, you know, kind of created it. So yeah, sometimes you have to just be a little bit cautious that, you know, well, what we're doing here, right? Like sometimes you go against what like SMC traders would do, for example. So, where is it? I don't know why I can find it now. So weird. I think it's lower. My bad. I can guarantee you we had a page. I don't know where it is. Anyways, I will find it. But yeah, the conclusion is that you have to be aware of it. Okay. What's the best way for Vantage? What's the best account? I think anything more than 5K, I think is like an ECN account. Anything below it, yeah, maybe a raw account. If you trade less than $1,000, I would take a standard, an STP account. So it just depends. After reading the LTA Wins chat, I can see how powerful it is, seeing other people's thoughts and ideas. So I check my own analysis in too. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, that's what we had, right? So we had the LTA Wins section, and then what happened was, people were just posting their wins, and just not with like no explanation. Like, okay, entry model 1, okay, but that's not enough, right? Because you find entry models all the time. It's more like, what is your perspective? So the moment we started to change that, like to this, you know, this is where things get like solid. Now people can really learn, and then really start benefiting from that section. Otherwise, it's just showboating, right? Now it makes more sense. So yeah, man, I agree. Yeah, so like I said, we're still in the range. In 50 minutes, we're going to see more volume coming in, and then we're going to find out. What's the best leverage for a $200 account? It depends what your risk is. Yeah, what's the best leverage? I think 100 is good with a $200 account. I think 100 is fine. Like, or it's, you know, 200, 300. Like anything above 100 should be good if you risk enough. Not too much, right? I don't know what the max is. I think on Vantage it's 500. But I don't think you need that, to be honest. Unless you have less than you know, $50 or something like that, like a small account, then smaller account, then I think it's you know, you have to increase your leverage. So yeah, we did that new deposit now, or at least I just deposited it. I'm gonna remove the rest of that account here. So we've deposited like 10 G's in total. So we're just gonna make sure that it will be at like 10 G's, and then we just start this as well on the side. We still trade our account though, so we're just gonna get updates from it. But no, you're just gonna see that. That's just gonna be like our challenge on the side as well, which I think is pretty dope. Looking forward to that. 100K looks better. Yeah, of course it does. But anyways, doesn't matter. Are we trading both at the same time? Yeah, I think so. I either copy it or yeah, whatever. I'll find a way. But it's about yeah, no, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep it organized. Hey, see buy, no buy, right? No buy yet for sure. No, I think we're just hovering in this range now. I think the most volume will come in, and I do believe, man, We might experience some manipulation at some point. And then we'll see. But yeah. 30 minutes for the news, right? 20 minutes for the news. 25 minutes for the news. First event. Usually this is what matters. The PMI. Unless the new home sales, unless the information or data that comes out is really bad. So the existing home sales. But I usually don't see that happen here. So yeah, we can try to enter now, but there is nothing really to look into for me personally. Unless we get to our point of interest now, which is either going to be there or there instead of the middle of this range now. Instead of doing real money trading, can you do a 25k challenge instead? We too want to learn how you handle the challenge account. Yeah, I'm doing this on the side now. There is one futures account I'm working with. Of course, it's demo. Right? That's the Top Step account. It's on futures. We have now around, our profit target should be around, I think it's around 6%. I think that's the target. And that's 5 accounts. Yeah, that's 5 accounts. And we're now at 4%. So we have 2% to go. And you can connect these accounts and stuff. So it's actually quite interesting. I'm testing this out also. TopStep has some interesting rules though with the trailing stops, which I'm not a big fan of. To be real honest with you. I'm not really a big fan of getting up in profits and then your stop loss goes up with you. Or you're like your total loss limit. So you need to be very cautious there. Very careful. Yeah, you need to be very, very careful there. Yeah. Abacabalo runs a bike, Kamubli. Yeah, so we're coming down now before the New York Stock Exchange opens up. And the news comes in. So I would say pay very close attention to the 23.54 now. Like that's our first series level. And I think this the best opportunities will come from around that level. If we start to continue to drive down here. And we're in that range. So the best thing to do is when we're in a range is to try, we can try to guess now the up or down movement. Or we wait until we break the lows or highs of it. And we see what the reaction is. How do I get into premium? Or I've been joining RLIs just for learning. I feel I should join you guys in the VIP. So we're closed. We have been closed now for around... how long is it already? 2 weeks, 2.5, or almost 3 weeks, I think. Yeah. Now we have no, we're not opening yet, man. We're still taking it easy right now. So we're going to be opening up maybe in a month or something. We'll see. Couple weeks, we'll see. Just focus on the streams, ebook. Yeah, that's practically it. For now, at least. Nothing else really to sell you here besides entertainment. All right. Also, when your boy is losing, it's very, very entertaining for a lot of people, right? I'm trying to purchase a challenge account on Funding Trader with 10 to 5% profit target, but they offer a 100% profit split. 100% profit split. Okay. Yeah, well, it makes sense then. That means that you're for sure trading on Bbook. The price is reasonable. I never heard about, or I never heard of Funding Trader before. There are so many, bro. Okay, we're getting there. Before the New York Stock Exchange opens. Damn. Let's see how we react. Damn. That was a quick flush out suddenly, huh? There we go. We react from it. So this is the value area high. Look. Right here. You see that highlighted zone here? And then that dark zone here. All right, this is the value area high. Okay. Instant, right? Instant. Does it mean we're going to hold here? No. That's why we have entry models. To protect ourselves and not just enter random. Unless you know, get in and out, but you know, that doesn't mean we're just gonna hold here. That's something that we have to just evaluate. And let's see if anything appears around here, if it makes sense. On the 5 minute, we will look interesting soon. But at least we're in it. At least we're in our key level now. So let's see what happens here. And we're reacting from it as well. Oh, yes. These levels, man. These levels. So that's what I want. That's the first step. Very weak top as well, right? Look at these top wicks here previously. It seems very forced to me, this move down. This was much more reliable. It seems very forced. Yeah. Hey, these levels don't lie, right, fam? And you might think, how is that possible? It's in the middle of nowhere. Well, yeah. That's kind of interesting, right? But, okay, first touch, New York Stock Exchange opens up. Next 15-minute and 30-minute candle opens up. And then we'll see. How did you get the previous daily very high level? So how do we get this level? Well, number one, we have our indicator, right? The limitless LTA concept session breaks indicator. It shows you exactly what the day looks like. So boom, you get these two lines, right? You can get it for free. It's always in our LTA indicator section in Discord. You then use the VaR profile from the opening day to the closure of gold, the daily candle, one full daily candle. And you understand then the volume of a specific trading day. So you know exactly what happened in one particular trading day in terms of volume, in terms of trade or potential interest, key levels, points of interest, whatever the case may be. The value high is the first level. We have been trending upwards. Now internally we're manipulating the lows, but we have been trending upwards and we're now tapping into this first level. It's where a significant amount more volume is traded. It's called a value area. All right. And that's what we use. So you have every single day, you can utilize it and you can look for your key levels to tap into and look for your entry models, right? We develop these entry models for you to say, okay, this works, this doesn't work, you know, and so on and so on. All right, this is where I'm going to enter. So you don't randomly enter on a key level without any confirmation. And that gives you a level, and this in this case, the 2244. 54, and you respond from it, right? You respond from it now. Doesn't mean you're just gonna hold here and just go up, for sure, no. But the entry models are created to help you with that confirmation around that. And that's kind of the first step, is you understanding these entry models, is you understanding these key levels before executing a trade. But that's just the first step, of course. Everything outside of it has to make sense, right? And that takes time. So man, we just closed this candle on the 30 minute. Now we have the 15 minute. The 30 minute and 50 minute. So it's now up to them to see if we can do something here. So I do like this. I really do like this. Just need to wait, I think another... we have the news as well, right? Yeah, so that might be a little bit annoying that it's exactly at the news play. But that could result into an entry model 1. Or an entry model potentially 4 here. Because if you start coming down, you know, you have this zone here, but there might be just a massive swipe down here. So the fact that we're responding from this is overall pretty good. And also, at the same time, we manipulated both highs as well. So highs and lows. The previous low is taken out. So that means that London low is taken out right now. After the London high was taken out also. Would have been better if the London high wasn't taken out, but overall, London low is taken out. No entry model, no trade. If you start breaking, closing below it, of course your key level is invalidated. Unless you go to the higher time frame and see if it still happens there. What happens if your key level is invalidated? You either go to your next level and look for the next reaction, the next trend, right? And this is why I have entry models to confirm what you're looking at. So you don't force anything. Right, okay, also short from it, yeah, as well, for sure. It depends where you, how you develop, how you close, and how you behave around it. It closed right at it, right? So you saw this candle close, you saw buyers stepping in early. Now that's now a big problem for buyers, right? That entered early because now, you know, obviously they're getting wrecked. So what I'm waiting for is now just to see where we close this one. If you close above it, that's good. That's very good. We have news in 10 minutes. What's your analysis? My analysis is waiting for the news to pass by here. But, you know, we're still holding up above this upsloping trend here right now at the moment. We're gonna find support here for sure, but that's still pretty far away. What I just want to see is how strong are we holding here? Because we haven't closed this candle yet. And if you do close above it and we break the highs, you know, then you have an entry model 1. So that could result into a buy stop again, similar as what we did before. The price is tanking before the news also, in this case. And if you start really breaking down further and closing below, then this is invalidated. But I still believe that selling here is still quite risky from here at least. Up here would have been much more reasonable, like actually a lot higher, around high volume, like right now. So what I'm actually interested in much more now is just to see if you can close this candle here. And then if that's the case and we're heading towards this closure, then we're heading towards the news. I might set a buy stop there, stop below the wick, and I target the highs again. So with a TP point right here in the middle of the range. I don't know how big this is. This is what? I don't think, yeah, it's really something to worry about, especially during news, but we're gonna see. The best thing is that we close above it. Then an instant buy stop above that wick is what I'm looking for. Because we have the first candle, second candle closure above, and then the third candle potentially reversing. And if prices reverses down, now then closes below, then it's not worth it to place a buy stop. And then it's better to wait for the 30-minute candle to see where that one closes, which is also the hourly candle, of course. Right? So yeah. Might result into a news trade though, but with an entry model included. So not like a random position, but like an actual EM1 around the 2254. 2256, sorry. But let's see how we close here. Of course, we need to make sure that, or at least I need to pay very close attention to where we potentially going to close. So I kind of have to guess where we're going to close. Because if you're here, right, and we close bullish, then you will see that quickly. At the same time, when you know, manage to close below it, could just lead into that continuation as well. So we're very aware. Yeah, if price continues to drive down, of course, then you know, price could seriously come down quite a lot. Do you think London is easier to trade than the US? I don't know, man. On certain days, yes, for sure. Yeah, seasonal. Seasonal. Sometimes I would say so. Because you have so many events to take into consideration, so many things so you need so much more confirmation sometimes, right? In New York, especially news related. It's seasonal. Same for gold. Sometimes London is great. Sometimes, most of the time, right now, for example, New York is much better. You've seen it practically every day for the past weeks that New York is much better than London. Holland versus France later. Who you got? I mean, obviously France is like the big favorite, right? But there's one thing for sure. And that is that you can never underestimate the Dutch guys. You can never underestimate them. And everyone knows that. And everyone knows that. Yeah, so the only thing I'm looking for is, an entry model 1 above. Because there is no entry model 1 confirmation below here, and it's not worth to trade. I think in this trend here, not a big fan of it. I'd rather let the price come down and see what we can do. So, yeah. Because if you close below here, and I'm looking for a buy stop here, then price could shoot up. Our buy stop and reverse down because we still have close below it. So how many minutes left? 2 minutes, yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna close above. But maybe get surprise. Dollars not looking strong. But doesn't really matter for gold now. I guess gold's going to retrace to the range support, the fixed POC at 22.43. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. We still have this whole range to worry about as well, which is where you tap in right now. So we talked about that fixed level beforehand. All right, let's go. Massive move down. Buy stop would have not been triggered regardless. So we're back at where we came from yesterday. We're back. Let's look at the data real quick. Positive, okay. Existing home sales is coming in around 40 minutes. We still have more news. We have more news. Dollar continued, flip bullish. All All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna keep a close eye on this range for the next 50 minutes. So that's why the buy stop would have not been activated anyways. But because we were pushing down, no way that we would close above. So yeah. King Abe trades. My man. I've been watching him for a long time. Before I started streaming. Shout out to you, my G. You guys know him, right? For sure you guys know him. For sure you guys know him. He has been grinding. Shout out to King Abe. Okay. Okay, previous daily very high. We went through the zone. Okay, so that was initially was okay, but you saw in the lower time frame reaction from it right here. Follow through continuation. So no call, no entry model from there. But now we have this range, right? We're back in that initial range. We have more news coming. Gold is famous for its reversals on a Friday. We have experienced this one before. King Abe is so cool. Yeah, man. I agree. All right. So yeah, previous daily very high taken out. That's one layer. Buyer stepping in. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. Back to the Sunday Open again. That would be really crazy. It can flip up and down in an instant. It's Friday, man. So be aware of the fact that we have more news and it's Friday. So let's see. Dollar is still getting rejected here. So dollar shot up, gold came down. We're still below that level. We're still getting rejected quite, yeah, pretty aggressively, right? That's why gold is doing its thing now. So yeah, we've been here before. We've been here before. So we kind of stepped into that smaller range. Specifically this one. Yeah, dollar is still holding up. Definitely curious to see how we go from here, because that doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for the dollar. Yeah, so this was our level, our previous level. We talked about that one before. That was the fixed POC we talked about. This is where we yesterday had our rejection from initially for a long period of time, and then we came down. It tapped into it. It came down. So that's kind of the level where we are currently sitting at, right? That's kind of the rejection play. So it's sitting right there. Yeah, I really need to see price getting there one more time now. I don't think we're done yet. So this is perfection, actually, in many ways. Now, if market is trending now, entry models will become very obvious at some point after the news. Maybe not during the news because the impulse and the volume, but after the news, I do believe there is a much more room for confirmations, either EM1 or EM4. So we're not done yet. You see, guys? We're not done yet. There we go. We're not done yet. Damn, what the fuck is going on? Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin as well. We still have more news coming. Well, there goes my money, fam. There goes my money. Of course, it's invested. Nothing to worry about. But yeah, same for Bitcoin. Bitcoin also is tanking. Indeed. Back to the opening price. Yeah, we need to let it play out. We need to let price play out. We have more news in 5 minutes, 6 minutes actually. We need to let it. We need price to chill, balance out at a certain level, and then give us an entry model 104. That's it. Yeah. The interesting part though is the following. All right, this is the fact that if you look at the whole week, this has practically been the whole week. This is not irrelevant. This one is still important. So we came down, Tuesday low, Wednesday range, bank holiday, Thursday push, retracement continuation, Friday retracement back to the opening price of the week. So by far the most important level will be the opening price of the week, right? We have been holding around that level for a long time. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Constant reaction from the opening price, right? 23.32. So this is where, after this news especially, you're gonna see if this, or the idea is to bring price further down here, to fall back within that range. If that's the case, then it's really nasty, but it's still gonna fall back down here, which is actually really crazy, but it's possible. What's your stop loss? That depends on the wicks. That depends on the confirmation of the entry model. No, I don't see any buy yet, of course. That would be just random. But, you know, an EM4 can also be the case. An EM4 is a bearish continuation play. EM1 is a reversal play. This is where you're going to find most of the support for sure. It's going to be very hard to break this. I'll be very surprised if it breaks and it keeps falling from there. Without any some sort of reaction. Yeah. You know, sellers are always bigger than buyers. Like you see, this was a massive move up yesterday. But what comes up aggressively comes down aggressively. It's just, it could come down more than it goes up. So yeah. Last news then. This is a bigger move than the NFP. Think about that. Bigger move than the NFP and the CPI. That's our 4 grand yesterday. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Are you gonna buy? Yeah, so now the FOMO starts to kick in. So we need to get to our levels, man, and chill out, chill out a little bit. Chill out a bit, get to our levels, look for entries, and then see from there. Valorant says I sold it, but it took my stop and then it fell. Danny says I got 165 pips and is still selling from the top. A little bit lucky. Yeah, news is coming right now. Last squeeze. Let's see. Let's go. Nothing too crazy, right? The first news is the most important. Okay. All right. So that means that we have our 2 levels again. We have this one. We have these 2. Right? We're in that range. We're in the middle of it. Anything around there, around here, is where I'm looking at. So I'm not rushing anything. I'm just waiting for price to get to any one of these key levels first. And to see how we respond around this. So this one. And number 1, first this one. Our key levels don't lie. You know that by now. We tend to react from it. Yeah, if price comes down and it fills the wick, then it gets interesting here on the lower time frame. And how many times have you seen gold pushing up again also? It's not uncommon or unusual. Where price reverses, but if you don't get any confirmations, we don't look for reversal trades, right? We really we pay very close attention to the break, to the kind of formation around it. All right, that goes fast. Wow, that's really fast. All right. Because goddamn, look at the 4-hour closed above the previous day, very high. Nonetheless, still strong PMI data as gold sell because high yield environment is not worth to hold the bullion. Yield is pushing indeed a little bit. I'm keeping a close eye on the yield. As well. So I assume you took the short. This is interesting. I'd rather have this than, you know, consolidation, boring consolidation, or, you know, boring price action. I'd rather have aggressive moves. I think the best opportunities will come from it if you're patient enough to wait for them to play out. Alright, done for today. I held a sell since yesterday. You held the sell since yesterday. Holy shit. Okay, in that case. Then GG, good for you, bro. Yeah, it's crazy though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty badass that you can hold that long. But okay, I mean, yeah, what can I say, man? That's actually crazy if you held that trade. Yeah. Damn. What was the reason you held it? Because you like, I'm very curious to actually hear that. Like the reason for your to hold that sell from yesterday. Any specific reason, or was it just like random? You can be honest. Let's be honest. Yeah. Guys, I love your scenes, but I learned that it's good to have multiple options before going to war. You mean multiple instruments or multiple options on a particular pair? Let me know. Yeah. Well, we're below our entry price. Yeah, that's for sure now. So that sell from yesterday is profitable. That's crazy. Yeah, no, we have to wait for it to slow down, right? Right now, for sure. In regards to the sell, I think the only sell here was an aggressive entry, but our kilos were slightly above here. So like we said, either price manipulates the highs and then comes down, or we look for an entry model. But yeah, we just tanked. We had no chance to get in. So I had trades a day or longer all the time. Now, but I'm always curious to the risk now. Because this was, that means that from the trade then, it would have been like 300 pips. 350 pips. So. Alright, we're back at the opening price of the week. Again. And there we go. We're reacting from it. Seriously now, at least. Now you're gonna say, okay, now we have tapped in that level. Now it's the opening price of the week. Now we need to see some response. There's no way we're gonna just tank and close. I don't believe so, at least without a fight. Without a battle. I don't see that happening. Crazy how almost all the candles have no top wicks. Yeah, no. Yeah. So buying against this is also something we have to be very careful with. So it has to provide us with serious confluences here. Dollar is very strong. Actually, dollar is getting rejected here. We talked about the dollar already. Dollar is not looking that good. It's mainly the yield that I'm looking at now, which is kind of important, but it's also facing, you know, holding support, but also at the same time facing that resistance here as well. So we're hovering in between these two zones. And the Sunday open is such an important level. Previous daily POC is holding though. It's not the Sunday open, it's the previous daily POC. We talked about that one. It's yesterday's range. Alright, if you draw the fixed range profile from the whole Thursday, you're gonna get this level. That red line. You put it right there. Okay. And then you get that level, you get that reaction. So we're gonna see how we react from there. Lorenzo, one question regarding your higher time frame indicator. If you see a gap right now, but we had yesterday the opposite movement, is this gap of today not valid? I don't know what your question is, sorry. If you see the gap, which gap do you mean? I will go over it. Please ask me in Discord, my man. I know you're in our Discord, so please let me know what you mean. So the main thing now is that the gold is now holding above the opening price of the week. All right, that's by far the most important thing I'm looking at now. Is the fact that gold is it is aggressively coming down. Yes, it's slowing down a little bit now on the lower time frame. Yes, this 50-minute candle. It will be the first time we will close above a key level. The opening price is of course by default the strongest level to take in consideration this week, because we have been holding around it for a long time, right? We can see it here, we can see it here, we can see it here, we can see it here. The reaction from it again. So that's where usually we utilize it. And you see that we're tapping into it now. So, we are aware of the fact this is relatively weak, a weak top. But closing below it would mean, of course, continuation bearish. This is like the most important level now. So practically when we came down, we managed to flip it into support. There is a reason why from here we expanded so aggressively. I also didn't expect that move to happen yesterday, right? As you guys know. So the fact that it did that gives me by default automatically the reason that from this level, this is where it started, right? This is where that impulse came from. That we're gonna respond from it. So I doubt that we're gonna close from here. That we're just gonna come down further without any fight, any battle. And I would not sell into the Sunday open. So if I don't want to sell into the Sunday open, and the question is it worth to buy already? I don't think yet. I think we need to have a couple more closures around it to see if there's a possibility. But if you're aware of the Fridays, this is not unusual on a Friday, and even manipulations are not unusual like this on a Friday, right? So we have experienced it all. But the Sunday open is such an important level. So if it's a buy, it's from there. With this move, with this impulse down, it's not from any other level than that level. Five-minute nice double wick confirmation. I think the 5-minute is just too low of time frame for now to make that decision. Okay, please check Discord. I sent you an image that one of our members shared yesterday. Yeah, from the daily range, you mean? Yeah, okay. From the daily range. Yeah, so we're still above that same level. So we'll see how we close here. Because it's a daily. So patience, man. We cannot force, of course, a trade now sell here. All right. Breaking out of the range. Maybe the breakthrough moment. But this was right at the news. So price could easily flip bullish, you don't know. All right, so that would have been a very risky trade if you say, okay, I'm just going to sell the news before the news happens. That's up to you to decide if that's interesting for you. For me, the fact that we are now back at the Sunday Open gives me much more of a better confirmation here. Okay, 50-minute closed above it. Next 50-minute is holding above it. For now. That will be 30-minute closure. So let's see how strong this level actually is. We'll probably go to yesterday's low. Daily low is very close. It's at 22.27. Okay, look at the delta. Yes, sir, we can. And the good thing about delta now is that we can check the volume of every candle. All right, positive, 6.8, 7.9, 6, 5. Okay, so we came down 5, 6, 7, 6. 10 minutes left for this one. Okay. So that's one. Let's also open futures. I want to see futures as well. Also on the 15 minute. Yeah, same thing for futures. Same thing for futures. Futures is at the same level. So futures is aligned with spot. That's good. Buyers are definitely stepping in. Let me check the footprint. $10, $16, $7, $8. So what you want to see, what I want to see, is the amount of volume now. The amount of trades that are executed. So for example, 10,000 contracts in this 50-minute candle. 16,000 contracts in this 50-minute candle. 7.5 thousand contracts in this 50-minute candle. And I think this is where the fall started. 8,000 contracts. So based upon the volume here, if you suddenly start seeing a massive decrease of volume, that shows for sure that sellers are kind of exhausted now. All right, that there is no follow through. But that doesn't mean that we're just going to reverse and push up and that's the answer to the magic pill to success. What it does show though is to see if buyers are willing to step in more than sellers are. When that happens, when the volume comes down. So the lower volume, more buyers stepping in. That could help us. So when I use the footprint, I mainly use the footprint only when there is heavy volume, like strong volume, because that's kind of the strategy, is to look for exhaustions. Exhaustion prints, we call them. Holding up, but no serious buyers willing to step in here. Either sellers continue price down, so it's still neutral. All right. Dollar yen is making a run for it. I think that's because the yen is pushing up, correct? It's pushing down. Sorry. Still. Yeah. Yen, yeah, same thing, man. Yen is creating a lower low, as always. Imagine buying GJ 2 years ago. When talking about fundamentals, that would have been a move. Alright, so far, no follow through run. We saw buyers not really coming in, stepping in. So if he had bought GJ 2 years ago, he would be streaming inside a Lambo. I would never buy a Lambo regardless. I mean, I could buy a Lambo, but I would not buy a Lambo. I'm not really a big fan of a Lambo. It's not classy enough. It's not classy enough for me. Give me a nice, an Aston Martin. Give me a Ferrari 812 super fast GTS. gray color. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. If I would leave Bali, I'd definitely buy something like that. All right, so first level. $20-minute closure is coming up. You have a Range Rover? Yes, a Range Rover is just the better car for, you know, a Jeep kind of style is just a better car for islands and stuff. The only problem with Range Rovers is that the service sucks. The service sucks. Sorry, Range Rover, if you see this. I don't think so. But your service sucks. Great cars though, but better buy BMW or Porsche. I think Porsches are amazing, yeah, for sure. The GTS 3. I was looking into that one actually, but it's too aggressive. I think the Ferrari A12 Superfast is just the best balance. It has the best balance between classy, yet powerful, yet comfortable. It's kind of your day-to-day car, right? It's not just a sports car. You can ride with it every day. When do we enter? Well, I'm entering potentially when I see the confirmation of an entry. And right now, like I expected, we're holding around the Sunday Open. We're kind of trying to make a decision here. If this is the bottom or if this is just a short-term stop for continuation. It seems we're going to close again above it. Yeah, 30-minute close above it. Okay. That's interesting. So the 30-minute close above the 23.32. So the Sunday Open is still the most relevant here. You're seeing now that you tap into one, second wick, two. This is kind of now your internal range. So we took out the highs now. We're now flipping bearish, right? So if you re-break these highs, it gets interesting. Same thing for this low here. So we'll print one more time. EM1 on a 50-minute. It looks pretty decent. Volume was much less, which is good. For futures, by the way, the footprint is incredible. So much better than Owanda, just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. Now that's really good. So I think this is the chance of a short recovery. Not really happy with this wick yet. This bottom wick yet. So I think it's gonna be a 30-minute play. So that means in the next closure will be the hourly as well, right? Will be the first hourly that taps into it, that closes above it. And I think the second hourly, which is then a 30-minute, is then the entry model. So far it looks good. The Sunday open looks trustworthy. I like it. I do like it. I do like it. Still a relatively big stop if you think about it. But yeah, compare a big stop towards a big reward also. So if this 50-minute closes above, you have practically a pretty clean entry model 1. Leading in towards the hourly, the next hourly Canada has no top wick either. So I don't know how big that is, but this is around 50 pips still. But I'm happy with Sunday open though. The first reaction is solid. Makes sense. We took out the lows as well here from that expansion, right? So this is where that expansion started. Stop losses were built up below. This is going to help us right now, right? This massive wick took out these lows. We're seeing less volume getting traded. Yeah, I like it, fam. I like this. I like this setup potentially. And then setting my stops below the lows now. It's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for. It's an EM1. So let's say we have that impulse. We have this high, and we have that impulse. I think you know, looking into a buy stop if we manage to tap into this one more time and re-break the highs. Revert close thanks to the youth. So I want to see either a triple wick confirmation, which looks like this, and a re-break of the highs, because they have that triple wick confirmation and continuation down, or we don't do that, but then a 30-minute entry model 1. You will find this on page 50. It looks exactly like this. It's very, very similar to this one. We call this the entry model 1, the double wick confirmation, medium time frame play. This is what you see here. Obviously, this is your major high, but this is now what we're looking at. We're looking to see if it makes sense to buy from here, or if the 50-minute has enough power to tap into it here. You see that it's still quite even, right? So if you re-break the high, then it's a nice potential setup. Double wick confirmation, you break this level, which is the most important level now, and you look for that that continuation play. Stop loss goes below, and yeah, I think it's worth it, fam. We broke the highs already, so that's good. So I'm gonna enter a trade now on this break. There we go. I'm in. Stops below the low. We have our major support sitting at the Sunday open. Of course, we closed multiple candles above that. This is our support. And it's an entry model 1 play. All right. So this is your entry. My stop. What are we targeting? Well, number 1. Let's get our key levels back. So we have the previous daily POC. We're trading above this also. Alright, there's also another layer which I'm interested in. Previous daily POC. This was our previous daily very high. And we have kind of like this trend here that we have to be aware of as well here. Something to look into. And the volume is coming in, so I do like that overall. So the 1 hour close, sorry, the 1 hour flip is kind of what we're looking into, right? All right. Last day of the week. Let's see what we can do, fam. EM1. There we go. Big previous daily POC below the lows. And if we get stopped out, then I think there's a really big chance of continuation down. So I might get into another short then, but I'm not hoping that will happen, to be honest. So we close this 50-minute candle in around 4 minutes. Volume is still here, which is good. This is where the delta flip positive. This close is gonna be good, gonna be important. So how does the delta work? The delta is nothing too crazy. It's just whenever we have like tremendous amount of news and a lot of volume, and you get to your levels, at some point you're gonna experience somewhat of an exhaustion, right? Where sellers had enough, or where the delta takes place. So you kind of want to see what's happening here. It's the first real positive delta, so that means that buyers were willing to defend and step in. Sellers are still there though, all right, so we're seeing this as well. But you know, what we're trying to kind of see is there is enough exhaustion, is there enough reason for price to just continue to drive and reverse. So it's not a magic tool. It's not like, oh, this is the tool to use so you're profitable. No, but it just gives you an extra confirmation. So yeah. One minute for the 50-minute candle, and then we have the 30-minute. As long as we close above the Sunday open, we're good. Okay, we close above the Sunday open on the 50-minute. That's important. It's important that we close the next 50-minute above it, above the Sunday open as well, which is the hourly closure. Only $1K profit in 3 months, that's not only 1%. Don't you think your system has just generated enough? No, actually we did around 200% this year. All right. What you see is us trying to start up with an account using data and scaling up from 1% to 1 to 2% to now 4 to 5%. So we're scaling up our risk. That's what you see. All right. And that's what happens. If you increase your risk and you go into, you get into a small losing streak, bye-bye. That's the main reason. All right. If we lose this trade, then it's officially my worst trading week this year. This whole year. So let's see. Is this an account that's up 200%? No, it's my whole portfolio. How effective mentally increasing the risk? I don't think it affects mentally. I think I just followed the clear entry model 1 and a 50-minute time frame after the Sunday open. So looking at the delta seemed like good to me. So be patient. What's a clear entry model 1 for us? Okay, the youth slowing down a little bit, that's good. Dollar is still below. Dollar is kind of irrelevant for today though, looking at gold right now. So yeah, I am aware of that. Ten minutes. Where's your stop? My stop is at 23.27. $22.27. Let's see if the Sunday Open will give us some good fate today. And if our entry model 1 plays out there. If not, then we probably have our worst trading day in the whole year. Or week in the whole year. It can happen, man. It will happen to you. It will happen to me at some point. We'll see. Wish us the best. So far, as long as we close above the Sunday open, nothing to worry about. Anything below, yeah, problem. Yeah, I'll be right back, fam. Give me 1 second. Stop is at 23.27. So you guys know. We're still hanging in there. Damn. Not looking good, G's. Again, we closed below it. Not looking good. Not looking good. Appreciate the support though. Appreciate the support from the G's. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're going through some difficult times this week on the New York streams. This is the first trading week. If you lose this one, it's the worst this year. We have never had this in I think the session last time I remember was in what? September. In September last year, we experienced something very similar. So thank you for all the support, G's. I appreciate it. We're gonna go through it. We accept our defeat. And if it's a losing streak, it's a losing streak. At some point, we're gonna come back stronger. Like we always do. Okay? So thank you. Stop loss still at 22.27. I always decrease my risk always again, so it's like 3% on this one. But I appreciate the love and support because you know that every trader goes through stages like that. And if that's the case, we have to accept defeat and keep doing what we're doing. And then over time, the results will speak for themselves. Like they always have been over the past year. Over the last 2 years live. So thank you, fam. Appreciate it. It's also good to see the good and bad sides, right? Also. Not just that it's all happy and peppy and everyone is just making money all the time and that's it. Coming off a 12-win streak and then going right away into a losing streak. Of course, it's not what we want. But yeah, nothing I can do. And especially not if we increase our risk. Right after 50 trades, after having the 80% win rate. So thank you guys, appreciate it. I see the support. That's all that matters for now. The good thing though, it's Friday. Back again. Beautiful 2 days to chill. Yes, you can do that in our community, man. But man, the positive messages. That's surprising. Yes, after yesterday. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you guys. Microphone should be good right now, right? Let me know. Yeah, so this Sunday open thing is going to be very important now because we're below it. So that's not a good, that's really not a good sign overall. But we have to still the 4-hour closure, of course. So I'm going to really look at the lower time frame also, see what's happening on the lower time frame. Because it's actually very important. Tuesday PC's moi. It actually has some reaction points. Lorenzo is still there to feed you guys. Ah, thank you, man. Thank you. It's so funny how it works because for some traders it's their best week, and then for other traders the worst week. But we're definitely into the extremes this week. Either you had an incredible week or yeah, you got completely smashed. Current weekly PVC is holding. Yeah, that's also our last line of defense. That's why we put our stop loss below it. Because that's kind of the last line. Alright, it's sitting right there. You see that? And that's why our stop was below it. We never place our stop random, just underneath a low. It's always, you know, in this case, there is always another level that can help us out here, and that's the current weekly. It is now, this hourly top is now from the previous candle, yeah. It's kind of gone now, but anyways, we have that previous candle high. We're gonna face some resistance though now, so we need to really start driving this. Also on the lower time frame, we need to start driving this Sunday open level and like breaking highs here for us to be, you know, to make it kind of relevant for us to stay in. Which is right there, 2334. How big is the drawdown? Around $1,000, $1,300 right now. $1,300, yeah. So rolling risk 3%, so it's not too crazy though. Less than a 4, right? Less than a 4% overall. But yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy yet. This is going to be an important 15-minute. Because if you close above it, then above the Sunday open again, then yeah, that's solid. That's solid. But yeah, of course, this high is what matters the most. And it's going to be the hardest to break as well here. So this is also a moment to say, okay, listen, we can also decrease our risk again. So risk management might be useful here. But I base it on a 50-minute candle. I am aware of the current weekly POC, right? That's the previous weekly POC soon. So this level is going to be very important next week. The 2229. All right. 2229. Our stop loss is right in that gap. Below the majority of volume that's traded here. Okay. Our stop loss is sitting right there. So that's kind of the reason why I put our stop there. Are we entering another buy? No, in this case, it doesn't make sense. For me personally. But I do believe that the 2229 is holding up quite well. So you can manage your risk already in 2 minutes. Why? Because we had the hourly closure below it and the 50-minute is retracing into it and is facing resistance. But for now, gonna be hard to break. So what I tend to do, I tend to close around between 30 and 50%. Especially after that rejection here and the Sunday open. Especially because the hourly closure. In order to remain fully in our position, we had to, we had to break really above these highs again. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. So. Top is at 2227. Man, that last level of support here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's see where we close, man. But yeah, nothing we can do here. But I truly appreciate the support, man. Also when things are not going fantastic, okay? When we don't have a good trading week, we're gonna experience this, man. We're just gonna experience this. We're gonna experience winning streaks, but also losing streaks. If that's the case, then this is the win. This is the week where this is happening. So the amount of matches I received, yo man, you're doing great. Keep it up. Keep following your rules. That's where I do it for. So I appreciate it. The good thing is, we know it's Friday. And the good thing is, I'm happy that the team is winning. Not just trading gold, but other guys winning also. That's where we do it for. Officially, today is the worst trading week of the year so far. All right, we've never experienced this year. It is what it is, man. The support has been unbelievable, though. That's all I can say. So far the continuation play here. We were already in position. So, you know, that's it. That's it. Yeah. For everyone who just started watching, yeah, very unfortunate. I'm sorry. You came a little bit too late this week. This month. In general. That's what I can say. If this was your first week, then yeah, then you entered right at the wrong time. If you joined, of course. If you were smart, you evaluate first and all these stuff here. You study the ebook first, like I said before. We never want you to trade without it. But for the OGs, you guys know it, right? Like, come on, man. You guys know it. You guys know it. So thank you, man. Thank you for the support. And we always come back stronger. Every single time we experience a losing streak as well, we always come back stronger. Always. That's how it goes. That's why that's what the data is telling us as well. So yeah. Next week we just take the reverse trade of Lorenzo. Yeah, well maybe you should. When I go long, you should go short. Maybe that's the better way for you until my losing streak is over. Right? I'll leave this up to you. The best thing is to think for yourself, of course. And instead of just gambling on me. Because we know in the long term you're gonna get wrecked if that's the case. But I leave that up to you. That's for sure. Okay. Let me lead the chat real quick. Let me see what we have. This was first week, like what I see, even with a few bad calls. Keep it up, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, 3. So we had 1 win and 3 losses. 1 win. Yeah, 1 win and 3 losses. That was this week. It is pretty nasty for us. For our, you know, for what we're doing here, usually. Absolutely. Humble in defeat. That's what I can say. Yeah, especially for the New York. I mean, London has been doing still quite well, to be really honest. London is still been doing quite decent overall. I'm still quite impressed with the London so far. Took a platinum trade, was interesting. No, a couple good things though. But anyways, no, New York this week has been Rack City. So yeah, man. Omar says, GG, thank you. Lord Blanket. Yeah, Ankit says 3 losses for 9 wins. There we go, bro. There we go. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys, man. Thank you guys. I'm gonna chill this weekend, of course. It makes sense. I'm gonna give an event this weekend. And then next week, we're gonna just come back stronger. Right? And break the spell. We call this the spell. Alright? And we're gonna break the spell. That's it. Alright? So thank you for all the support and all the positive messages. And, you know, you guys know this is all part of the game. The fact that you're doing this live, right? In front of thousands of people, you know, changes things up a little bit. But it's not changing the way we enter and the reasons why we enter. Because we have specific entry models to trade from. So yeah, read the ebook. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna still end the stream with a banger. Right, it helps a lot. And I give you a fantastic rest of your, or wish you a fantastic rest of your weekend. And then next week we're gonna come back stronger than ever before. Like always. Welcome.
Hey.
To reality.
Yeah.
See you.
See how
Bye.
you do under pressure. Oh. Yeah. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby. It's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on to the next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, bitch, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do